Sean.
I'm Evelyn.
I'm Junior.
And this is our family. Junior. This is our family caravan adventure. Junior.
This episode is about our trip across the Nullarbor, from Tadjoura in South Australia to Norseman in Western Australia. The Nullarbor crossing is 1,200 kilometers long and took us 3 days to do. We were excited to get across so that we could start exploring Western Australia.
So you might be wondering about the name Nullarbor. I know we were. When we stopped for lunch on our first day in the town called Nullarbor, we learned that the name comes from the Latin words nullus and arbor and means no trees. The Aboriginal name is Undiri, which means the waterless, because it doesn't rain much here, apparently. Rained while we were crossing it though.
We heard that this part of our trip was going to be Nullaboring.
Good one, everyone.
Thanks, but we were surprised to find it was actually pretty fun. We spent our first night at a free camp at Peg 155, which means it was 155 kilometers from the Western Australia border.
The next day, the road took us close to the coast and we could see the Great Australian Bight. We stopped for lunch at a town called Border Village, which was on the border of South Australia and Western Australia. There was a big kangaroo holding a Vegemite jar and an unusual signpost. After trying to eat as much of our leftover fruit as we could, we passed through the quarantine checkpoint into WA.
We spent our second night at a free camp near Tadjoura. There was a funny scarecrow-looking thing there and people left their names on the rocks around it. So Dad picked the biggest rock that Sean could carry and we all wrote our names on it to add to the pile.
While crossing the Nullarbor, we learned about some of its claims to fame, like Australia's longest straight road and the world's longest golf course. It's also an emergency runway for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. When we stopped at Baladonia Roadhouse, we found out parts of NASA's Skylab space station landed on the Nullarbor. They had a cool little museum that we checked out while we were there. We finally made it across the Nullarbor and camped at Promise Dam, which is just south of Norseman. The dam was built in the 1920s to supply water for the steam trains along the Nullarbor. We enjoyed going for a walk following the water pipes up to a big empty water tank. It was pretty cool to explore. Dad even lifted us up onto his shoulders so we could look inside.
We had fun making a family rock art masterpiece and reenacting Moana. My favourite part of this camping spot was catching yabbies in the dam. Granddad, Dad, Mum and Sean used fishing rods to catch them and I used an old tin can that I found nearby. They were so much fun to catch.
If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.
Thanks for watching episode 7 of the Mitchell's Mighty Adventures. Catch you next time.